Can I run up the height of Mount Everest on a mountain in Norway? Last year I spent 12 hours running up this mountain. I pushed my body to the absolute limit, running over a marathon distance up a steep ski hill, but I still failed. I failed to climb the full height of Mount Everest to complete an Everesting. And ever since I haven't been able to stop thinking about that unfinished challenge. So I'm back to try to get revenge in this crazy race. In order to finish the full height of Mount Everest, I gotta climb this mountain 15 times. Okay, so let's start this thing. As the race starts, all I want to do is to go fast and follow the leaders, but I know that I gotta play it smart this time, because this thing is literally a marathon and not a sprint. And last year I got out way too fast and bonked completely after 8 hours. So my goals for this long, brutal day is first of all to get further than I did last year the first 12 hours. Then I got 12 laps done, finishing in just over 7,000 height meters. So I want to prove to myself that I managed to come back stronger and smarter this year. And of course the main goal is finishing the full Everesting no matter how long it takes. But I also have a quite ambitious time goal of doing it under 14 hours. Going into the steepest section of the route for the first time today. Oh yeah, it's just as steep as I remember. Last year I climbed this mountain in 36 minutes on the first lap, and by the end I was taking more than twice as long up the mountain as the first lap. So the game plan to beat my younger self is simple. Pace myself evenly throughout the race and not go out too hard. So on the first climb I'm aiming for a 50-minute ascent, and then I'm hoping to run that pace or faster until I manage to finish this thing. But the problem is that I found it so hard to pace myself when the competitive nature in me kicks in, and I see all of those other runners, especially here, seeing that some people get quite a good gap on me already this early. Still, I try to remind myself that most people will bonk at some point. If I can just stay calm, use my energy wisely, and accept that it's going to be a really long day, then maybe I can finish what I started and get that Everesting done. Going up this mountain for the first time, I'm currently in 7th position in the race, and if my tactic plays out, I will hopefully be able to pass some people and finish in a good position as well. And on this Everesting you get to take the gondola down the mountain again. It takes about 10 minutes getting to the bottom before it starts all over again. Well, that was pretty tough. And of course I went out way too fast. 40 minutes this time. At least 4 minutes slower than last year. Another mistake I realized I did directly was that I had too much clothes. So now I'm going to use the time down here in the gondola to switch out to shorts and t-shirt. Feeling pretty good at this second lap. Try to slow down the pace a bit. Let's see on the top what my time is for this one. But yeah, I'm trying to run on this flatter part. Maybe it looks completely flat on this 360 camera angle, but it's still an uphill. It's always an uphill in this race. .40.51, almost as fast. I seem to not be able to slow down at all. But it felt better this one. I guess I needed the first one for warm up, but I feel I can keep this up for a couple of laps more, but if I can keep it up for 15 hours, probably not. While I take the gondola down, I thought I would take the time to talk about the shoes I will be wearing this whole day. And this is the T1 from the sponsor of this video, Mount to Coast. And they're so comfortable on the foot, and that's the main thing you want when you're going to be on your feet for 15 hours. They also have the tuned fit dual lacing system, so you can adjust the fit here on the upper part and in the front separately, really quick and easy. And this is great not only for getting the perfect fit of the whole shoe, but also during a race like this, the feet will start to swell and get a bit bigger when you're on your feet for this long. So then it's great to just easily adjust the different parts of the foot that's needed to stay comfortable for the whole day. The light cell midsole will also help me out a lot today, being really lightweight, because you don't want to carry any extra grams running up this mountain or running in general. And it's also super responsive, giving me that well-needed energy return. And finally, the outsole combines the Vibram Mega Grip with light-based technology, giving really good traction with these traction lugs, and that's of course super important today, especially on the steepest and muddiest part of this course. So a huge thanks to Mount to Coast for creating these great shoes. If you want to check out these shoes and all other Mount to Coast shoes, there's a link in the description. So now I'm gonna put the lacing back, and the relaxing time is over. Gotta run this first little bit that's flat, and then the climb begins. The never-ending mountain. That is what I remember from last year, being pretty tough after a while. It feels like you're stuck in this mountain, but when those tough parts come in a couple of hours, I gotta try to remind myself that I'm here by free choice and here to get an adventure. An adventure on a really small geographical area on the same mountain, up and down. I was still feeling surprisingly strong, taking off height meter after height meter, and at this point I was 15 minutes behind the 1 year younger version of myself. But remembering what happened at this stage last year, I was still really worried about having started too hard. And one thing that was going to be super important to not bonk was taking in enough energy. I tried to drink as much sports drink and gels as possible in the gondola on my way down, aiming for over 100 grams of carbohydrates every single hour. I should probably pace myself, but I'm feeling so good at the moment and trying to just enjoy that. But as I see it now, there's two scenarios. Scenario 1, I will completely blow up because I'm way too optimistic right now. Scenario 2 is that I'm in much better shape this year than I was last year. And I'm really hoping it's the second alternative. There will come a point where I will be really, really tired. But hopefully that's many hours away. It's fun so far. I didn't have this fun last year. Already this early in the race I was completely dead and questioning my life choices. So we'll enjoy this bit. I was still moving well, managing to keep an even pace, but I could feel that for every single time up this mountain it was getting tougher and tougher. I had finally passed the last year's version of myself and was at this point some minutes ahead from last year, and although I was getting tired, it was really motivating that I was still feeling a lot better than a year ago, and I was also able to pass some people moving into 5th place in the race. It can turn quickly in this ultra phase. Now it's starting to feel tough. Gotta keep reminding me one lap at a time.
So I at least got the answer to my question if I'm in better shape than last year, and that I for sure am. By this point last year I was dead. Now I'm just super tired, not dead yet. But yeah, it still feels far off to that Everesting summit. One step at a time. One step at a time. I just gotta lock in and try to get one done at a time, being in the moment. And this discomfort I'm feeling right now, I can live it. This is okay. So after what breaks is when you start thinking of all the tough moments to come, and it's unnecessary to live those before they happen. I would lie if I said I was feeling good, but feeling better than last year. And that's enough motivation for me to beat the older version of myself, or the younger version of myself even better. The reason it means so much to come back and actually be a better physical version of me than last year is basically because the last couple of years has been tough in many ways. It's been the best years of my life since having the twins, but it's been really tough at times, and for sure I had to put my training very low on the priority list. But I'm really happy that I never gave up on trying to stay in okay shape and do what I can while still prioritizing the kids first, of course. And yeah, being able to do things like this, that feels really, really good.
Starting the last climb, I had been through some dark places to be able to stay on track for my goal of finishing this Everesting in under 14 hours. And I don't really see my last year's failed attempt as a real failure, because not reaching your goal just means you dared to go for something hard. And if you work hard and learn from it, you might get another chance. So although my legs were really broken down by this point, I kept fighting to finally finish what I started and get this Everesting done.